What is going on, everybody? Today we're looking at the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Gold Label Target exclusive figures of Wildcat and Orion. Now both of these look really cool. So we have Wildcat from the JSA. Looks pretty nice and classic here with his design. Looks awesome where he's got, his wrapped up gloves being a boxer as well as his cat costume. And then we also have Orion, a part of the New Gods, which looks pretty awesome in his outfit. A nice classic design for him as well as having his harness and all that. So that looks pretty cool. So very nice and classic for both of those two figures. We can spin around, just see what's going on in the back with the pictures. Nothing real interesting going on with either of those, but two cool figures at least to add to the collection and really nice classic design. So let me go and get these open out of the box and we'll take a look at them together. Well, let's start off with Wildcat, whose real name is Ted Grant. Now, he grew up during the Great Depression, and at his father's behest, he started participating in boxing, and by the time he was an adult, he was a professional heavyweight boxer, but he became involved in a criminal plot when his manager tried to fix a fight by drugging his opponent, but the dosage was wrong, resulting in his opponent's death. Ted was framed for the death, and while on the run, he was inspired to become a vigilante to clear his name, wearing the costume of a large black cat, and during World War II, he became a member of the JSA. Now, power-wise, he originally was just a normal man, just a fit guy, then a good boxer. But over time, he gained the powers of 9 lives, so of course he can die 9 times. And he has decelerated aging and enhanced vision, so pretty much like normal cat powers. But overall, looks pretty cool. This is a decent look for him. Probably not the best look overall for a Wildcat, but looks like Wildcat to me, just maybe vary up his colors and stuff, but looks good overall. So we get the cat-like face, so it's obviously a mask that comes up over his head and looks pretty good. Love how it's got the little cat nose. Even his eyes look very cat-like. The ears sort of like down there, like he's ready for a fight. And love how you can see his normal mouth there. He even has some little teeth off to the side, and of course the little spots where the whiskers would come out on the cat. And then overall, he's just pretty much in an all blue like skin suit. Love how it has this like spray over the top. Not sure what it's supposed to be, but it's just got this like little like textured sort of spray or whatever sort of paint going on here with the lighter blue colors. So we get up on his shoulders, his chest, and on the upper thighs there. And then as you go down to his legs, it turns more into black boots. Now, of course, it's all like the blue, but it just does a nice transition into black. So not sure what's going on there, why he just doesn't have, line and then, turn the boots or whatever. But I do like how it has that transition. And then since he is a boxer, he does have his hands all wrapped up. So that's a big signature piece of Wildcat besides the cat head is his wrapped up hands. So he has those with all wrapped up. Of course, they look all dirty and gross since he's probably got a lot of blood on him over the years from beating up villains. But overall looks pretty good. Pretty basic, obviously, but it still looks good for what it is for Wildcat. Now, moon-wise, we get his head that'll twist all the way around. Can look down that far and up that far. Pretty good range in the head. I love whatever joint it's on there. It moves really nice. The shoulders can come up to 90 with the butterfly and rotate around. Get the bicep twist and the double elbow joint that bends all the way up on itself there. We get the wrist that'll twist all the way around. Of course, hinge on the ball joint there, so back and forth. Then we get the ab crunch to the upper crunch back and forth, and barely any twisting around. But at the waist, still crunch back and forth a little as well, and twist all the way around there. Then we go down to the hips. That'll come up that far, so about to 90. Out to the side, he's very close to doing the splits fully. Just a little bit of a thigh twist up in there. The double knee joint that bends up that far to the back, not too bad. And then we get the foot that'll flex back and forth and twist side to side with the toe joint on the end. So the standard McFarlane joints once again. Of course, with a nice body like this, you don't have a lot of outfit or anything getting in the way. It's just the all spandex tight to them, so gives you a lot of good range with that. Now, accessory-wise, doesn't really come with anything. The only thing we get is his base to put him on. So there's Wildcat on the base. And, of course, we get his card. So there's a picture of him. Don't know what that's from. That looks very awkward, whatever it is. But it's, of course, labeled as JSA, or Justice Society of America. And if we flip around, we see that his name is Ted Grant. In 1941, boxer Ted Grant was framed for murder and on the run when a comic book inspired him to don a costume and track down the real killer. As Wildcat, Ted cleared his name and, loving the double life, kept going, specializing in sports-related crimes. He often helped his manager, Stretch Skinner, with the detective agency he ran as a sideline. So that's pretty nice. More information there on Wildcat. And overall, like I said, a nice, cool figure that we can now add with our JSA. So let's go and bring all those figures in. So there we got all our JSA members with Wildcat now, where we got Steel, Hawkman, Alan Scott, Green Lantern, and Jay Garrick Flash. So that's really cool that we can now add Wildcat into the group. And of course, still have more characters to build up, but it's nice that we're starting to get a nice, good roster of the JSA built. And then, of course, we also have Orion, which was the second son of Darkseid and the half-brother of Calabac. As a child, he was traded to the new Genesis leader, known as the Highfather, for the Highfather's son as a treaty between New Genesis and Apocalypse. He was raised by the Highfather to control and focus his rage to become a protector and most powerful warrior of New Genesis. He obtained the anti-life equation and went to Apocalypse to confront Darkseid, gaining control of Apocalypse in the fight. So, of course, he has the new god physiology with superhuman strength, durability, accelerated healing, immortality, enhanced senses, as well as the Astro Force, which is an interdimensional cosmic energy that's channeled through his harness or bracelets, which allows him to manipulate matter, generate force fields, and fly. So he looks good here, and body-wise does seem to be about exactly the same as Wildcat, so the same like base body, just probably minor differences. Of course, we had his head there with his helmeted head, so looks good, just looks human under there, so not really anything surprising, but the nice silver helmet with the nice like wings or fans, whatever, they're off to the side. Gold design there coming around his face, of course the eye slits, and the little red design there up in the center. A little bit angry look on his face with the teeth showing, which actually looks pretty good. A lot of times when McFarlane shows teeth like this, doesn't look good, but this face looks really good. Then we get his outfit, so mostly this all red spandex. Of course, he looks very awkward without his harness, but I figured I'd take it off just to see the base body, and then we'll put it on. So it just looks very awkward without that gold of the harness on him. But he's got blue underwear, blue gloves, and blue boots. And like I said, body-wise, pretty much going to be all the same as Wildcat. The only difference I see, he's got the little brace here. So instead of the wrapped up hands like Wildcat has, he has that design on there. But otherwise, just a basic, pretty much all skin type body. Oh, and I love his boots though, with the like silver design there at the top of that. Looks pretty cool. So overall, a pretty nice design, basic, but really nice. Now, movement-wise, we just had that'll twist all the way around. Can look down that far and up that far. So, oh, there it goes. So it doesn't seem to be as much range, but there it must have been locked or something. But pretty good range now with that. The shoulders will come up to 90 with the butterfly. Rotate it around. Get the bicep twist and the double elbow that bends all the way up on itself. Get the wrist that'll twist around, and of course hinge there on the ball joint design. Get the ab crunch, the upper ab crunch, just a little back and forth, and pretty much no twisting. But at the waist, he'll crunch back and forth and twist all the way around there. Then we go down to the hips. That'll come up to 90. Out to the side, he can do the splits. Get a very little thigh twist, just a little bit there. The double knee joint, that'll be up that far to the back. And then down to the foot, will rock back and forth and twist side to side with the toe joint on the end. So pretty good. And yeah, like I said, pretty much exactly the same as Wildcat. So nothing out of the ordinary there, especially between the two figures today. Now, as I have mentioned, he has a harness, which of course can harness his power, so he gets the Astro harness as well, which he's almost always depicted wearing this. Like I said, he looks very awkward without it, but we can put this on. Just a nice all gold design. We get a slot that we can put his feet through, and then of course it's got the like cables running up to the midsection. He's got a little hand grip here, and then this I don't know if that's like where lasers shoot off or something. Not sure exactly what all the harness functionality wise does besides make him fly, but looks pretty cool. So we can take this, you just sort of clip it onto his chest. We'll have to get his hands on the grips, and of course his feet slid into these. There we go. Now that looks much more like the Orion we know and love with that gold harness on him. So now he can fly around like he does, which is pretty silly, but nice that he has that. Then he also comes with a base, which this does have the holes in the bottom, so we can actually get him on the base with that, so that'll help keep him standing up. But of course with this as well, you could also put him in a flight stance since he does fly with the harness, so you can have him flying with that. But there we've got Orion, which looks awesome. And of course we get his cards. So there he is, how he's pictured. So as you see, the mostly red spandex with blue designs, but then has his Astro harness on there, so part of the new gods. So on the back, he's from New Genesis, and it says Orion is the son of Darkseid, evil lord of Apocalypse, but he was raised by the benevolent Highfather, ruler of the utopian world New Genesis. While attempting to uphold the peaceful ideals of his adopted home, he must also contain the rage that is his legacy as the son of Darkseid. So not too much details there, but still fits in pretty well. And now that we have them, we can add him with our other new gods, which of course are the two I mentioned of his father Darkseid and brother Calabac. So nice that we have more new gods here building out. Of course, love to have all the new god characters, or at least main ones. So nice to add Orion to that, because he's definitely a big one behind Darkseid. So really nice to get this Orion. Well, that is going to be it for our 2 gold label Target exclusive figures of Wildcat and Orion. Both are really cool, nice classic figure designs. This is what I like to see from McFarlane, is classic designs like these and nice characters that we can add with others. So especially Wildcat with our JSA and Orion with our new gods. So they both fit in and are really nice characters. So absolutely love adding both of these to the collection. So let me know what you thought of the 2 down in the comments. And if you enjoyed my review, let me know with that like. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button to see more videos. But I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you all stay awesome out there, and I'll see you in our next review.